101.8 WCR FM's 25 to 12. I'd like to say a big good morning from Penn Cricket Club. Simon Bennett, how you doing, Simon?
Good morning. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Not so bad, not so bad. Start of the cricket season and it's been raining. It's typical. It's you can tell you're in an English. I've got the quotation marks going here. Summer. Now, I mean, just to announce, if anyone's fancying going down to Penn to watch some cricket, there's no cricket happening today. Is you've been a victim to the weather as much as the players wanted to play yesterday. Yes, you were telling me
they were up there ready to go, but unfortunately, 8 hours of rain overnight has caused the not just the main wicket, but the outfield to be just unplayable. Sinking was the when I new trainers. They were going into the ground as we got the cover off this morning, so not playable.
But your first team looks like the game's going to go ahead at Sutton Coldfield.
Yeah, we've heard news. We had a text at about 11 o'clock saying that they're going ahead, so they're due to start at 12. So I'm going to toddle off after the show just to see how they're getting on and touch base with them.
Yeah. Win the toss, bowl first, see how sweaty the wicket is. That's
exactly.
My advice. So yeah, one cricket fan to another. But we're going to start by talking about, and we've just been talking off air, the National Lottery funding from Sport England, £50,000, and we're having a chat because Spring Hill got the money for their pavilion last year. Tell us all about that funding, what it's about for a start.
Right, it's Sport England funding, right? So it's money from the National Lottery to produce facilities, so pavilions, changing rooms, bar areas, and it's part of the Olympic Legacy Fund from 2012 Olympics. So going forward, for years to come, generations to come, there's facilities, not just cricket, but any sport, any facilities, athletics, whatever sport it is that people are interested in. They can apply for this funding to build facilities that makes clubs sustainable and obviously generate income to keep communities in touch with sport. So what are your plans for this funding then? It says to improve refurbish and upgrade the current facilities at the ground. Is that the idea behind it, the pavilion, stuff like that? The current facilities we've got at the Grand Pavilion are outdated and not going forward, the needs that we need for the future to make sustainable. It's quite difficult to, as a local community club these days, to be sustainable. And one of the parts of that is to be able to use the facility to be hired out. Now, the current facility we've got isn't the biggest, and it's only used at the minute by the membership. But we have had quite a lot of interest from the local community, darts clubs, local bridge clubs, a new pensioners club in the Penn area that wanted to start up. Now, there isn't the facility for them to go elsewhere other than the pub, than to meet and to do whatever they feel they need to do in those sort of areas. So it's not just creating a facility for us to use as a club, but a community facility. So there is somewhere that people to go at the heart of the community as well. Where we are in Penn, we're on Mount Road, bang in the middle of the community. So it's there for everybody to utilise and to use, as not just as a cricket club, but as a community venue.
Shouldn't talk about competitors, but Ford Houses, their new pavilion, they've done similar with that, haven't they? Is that the kind of thing that you'd be looking to get to? That type of facility that they've installed in place? Yes,
definitely. I mean, you talk about competitors and local rivals, your likes of Ford Houses, obviously, and Himley as well, which again they've got the facilities. Ford Houses, brand new clubhouse and front, but that's all privately funded by their backers and their financiers. Whereas what we're doing at Penn is it's community funding for the community, right? So it's not just as a business generating. It's for the community. The money's there, so we can create a sustainable venue for the community, not as a capital interest, as something to as a business, which a lot of clubs are going down these days, which I have no problem with at all, because again, sustainability is what we're all about. There's a lot of clubs that have folded over the years, not just cricket, football as well. You see them left, right, and centre, in amateur sort of level.
Totally relate to that one. Tell us about Penn Cricket Club then. I remember following you, for example, last season from afar, following the results. It was an entertaining season you seemed to have last year for a start.
Yeah, I mean, the first team had an interesting season last year and a few ups and downs. And we lost our first team captain this year. He's moved on to past his knee, but we've got brand new first team captain, and this year I think we're going to have a very good year, better than last year in my opinion as well. Got new crop of players that have come through, young and hungry, so the people that are playing at the club currently, they want to be here and they want to play for us, so I think we're going to have a better year than last year. Our second team last year as well, because obviously we've got the top 2 teams in the club playing the Birmingham League, and the second team, they just missed out on promotion last year. In the running, their form sort of faltered a bit, and they dropped points when they cut. And the weather kicked in as well. I think there was 2 games that I was involved in where we had a hailstorm mid-game where we were in a winning position, and there was another game I think similar where the rain came down and we were in a winning position. Then it's difficult games like that where they get abandoned, where you could have got 25 points out of the game and you would have been high flying and could have won the league sort of thing.
It is frustrating, the good old British weather, but say yeah, I mean, this old saying about it all evens out. Sometimes it just doesn't, does it? And you can look through. I mean, you might say looking through it in rose-tinted specs, but there are facts there. Now, like you say, moving into the new season, you said you were out without your first team captain. Is that part of the problem, that the teams are victims of their own success bringing players in, because then they can, bigger clubs then are looking at them and might be able to pay them, for example? Definitely,
good word used there, the pay. Penn Cricket Club doesn't pay any of their players. As part of our sort of constitution, if you want to call it that. It's not in writing, but as part of what we do, we scrapped any players' fees and things like that. It's not what we want to do. We want to generate a club that's got people there that want to play there. I mean, again, nothing against clubs that do want to pay their players, because it's an open market, open league. The rules are there. You can do it, and obviously paid players, they may or may not bring that quality to your club. I feel that our club, not paying players, it's got the same sort of qualities as a lot of the clubs around us, and I don't think we need to pay players. I mean, yes, we lost our captain last year to West Bromwich Dartmouth.
One of the top teams actually in the Premier Division, and have been for many years.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously it was a chance for him. We sent him on his way with our best wishes. It was another chance for him to play Premier Cricket in the Birmingham League. So, good luck to him. And as I say, we've got a new captain this year, and who represented the first team last year is a bowler. So hopefully this year he's going to be just as successful, not just with the ball, but with the captain's hat as well.
There's been some restructuring going on in the Birmingham League, hasn't there? I noticed that they've split the divisions a bit. Has that affected Penn?
Not particularly. We can only play to what's in front of us.
Oh yeah.
And I think we take every season as it comes. We don't go into a season thinking, oh, they've restructured again. We're gonna this is the end of Penn. We go into every season believing that we can challenge for the title, and we're currently playing Division 3, so we're looking to get ourselves into Division 2 with this season. So hopefully things can we can put in some good performances. We're away at Sutton Coldfield today, so hopefully we'll get a good win over there to kick the season off.
As I say, then you got the first home game for the first team next week.
Yes, off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Well, I'd say we'll check that out for you before 12 o'clock. That's no problem. Because, I mean, from a main point of view as well, I mean, you know exactly what's going on Thursday.
Yes, yeah. We've, as part of our commitment to the Sport England funding, we put on an event for the local community to come up and see what we do at Penn, and show them what we're going to be doing with obviously the new facilities and what's going to be available to them. And how they can utilise it. So next Thursday, the 1st of May, Thursday night from 7:30, I think the time was 7:30. That can be
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah,
he's got the notes in front of him.
I have, in fact. Yeah, I'll confess to that. But you got lots going on down there.
Yeah. We're going to have an open training session. So again, for the community to come up and have a look at what we do at Penn and how it's going to benefit them in the local community, not just with our cricket side, but a chance for them to meet the players that represent their community. Because obviously it's Penn Cricket Club, it's representing Penn. A lot of the players are from the local area. Myself from Goldthorne Park, which is an adjoining to Penn. So it represents the local area, and if local sports teams are doing well, then obviously the local community bit of buzz around the place, as it does as a city when your local sports teams, for example, when Wolves are doing well.
Yeah.
There's a buzz about the place. So again, when your local team's doing well in your local area, it creates that buzz around the area.
Totally understand that. How can people find you then online if they want to look? Well, I mean, obviously go down to the ground on Mount Road for this event. But if they can't make that, they're interested in what goes on at the club. How can they find you online?
Yeah, there's a few ways you can actually follow us and see what we do and get the latest news, updates and scores. There's our website, which is www.penncc.co.uk. All on there is all of the information. There's usually a weekly news bulletin as well, and team updates and things like that. If you're a Twitter follower, you can follow us at Penn Cricket Club. We're also on Facebook. Just search for us, Penn Cricket Club. And if you're into YouTube, if you're a bit of a video blogger, then you can follow us on our channel, which is PennCC TV.
Yeah, excellent.
And we as the season starts, we'll be doing a weekly web video blog on a few interviews with the players. There's already one up there already with the interview with the new first team captain on his thoughts on the season, and the head coach. And there's one final way as well, which we introduced this year. We're now doing a podcast.
Oh, right.
So if you've got iTunes, you can search us on iTunes, Penn Cricket Club, and subscribe to us there and have a weekly podcast from Penn Cricket Club.
Plenty of ways to get the awareness out there about the great game of cricket as well.
Definitely.
So, yeah, right. I mean, we're going to catch up throughout the season. Keep in touch as well. So I'll be following the results, obviously, for all the local teams. But nice to have you in here to start the season as well. And hopefully the weather picks up. Simon, it's great speaking to you. All the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you for having me.